Guitars, guitars, guitars. Nothing gets rid of those pandemic blues like a new vintage guitar. Come on down to Real Guitars and get yourself a real guitar. 15 Lafayette Street off Mission in San Francisco. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to
5-ish.
realguitars.com. On Instagram at Real Guitars.
Do you like vintage clothing? We like vintage clothing. You should buy vintage clothing and stuff here at Heads or Tails. Let's get some shoes and some real neato clothes. Do you love your grandpa? We love your grandpa. Show your love through vintage presents. Check out this rack of vintage clothing. Buy it. Buy it all. Buy it here at Heads or Tails Collective in Oakland.
My favorite chicken place. Every time you go, you see a familiar face. When I go, I get my fix. They got fried chicken and drumsticks.
ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. Welcome to Live at the Complex. I'm your host for the evening, George Rosenthal. We're super excited to have you here. This is a very special show for a number of reasons. We got some really cool acts in. One hailing all the way up from Portland, Oregon. Made the trip down here just for us, and we are excited to have him. Later on, our second act, that will be Indica in Decay. First, we've got Ponyskull up, which we're super excited to see her set. This is going to be a lot of fun. But the other cool thing that we're celebrating today is our 80th show of Live at the Complex. Oh my God, 80 shows. What a ride it has been. And the other really cool part about that is tonight's show is the 40th show of season 2. So we started this project back in officially June of 2020. Took June through December to do 40 shows last year. This year, I was about to say we got lazy and started late, but no, we were staying safe and we started late. We were originally going to pop back in January and start doing some shows, but it was not going to fly.
COVID was bad.
COVID was very bad in January. So we decided to hold off. We wound up waiting all the way until the top of March, at which point we did our solo shows month. So all of March, we did as many shows as we could, but we were limiting it to 2 performers, 1 on each stage, which is actually similar to what we've got going on tonight. But we have just been kicking off like crazy so far this year. And so here we are 3 months in, and we have hit our 80th show in just 3 months of broadcasting. So we're super excited. This is our second week in a row where we are doing 5 consecutive shows. So you are here for night 1, and you should plan on being here at 7 o'clock every night until Sunday, because they're all extremely good shows. We're really, really pleased of how this came together. It's not like we're just kind of like letting anyone, well, no, we are letting anyone in here, but it just turns out that everyone is great. So that's pretty cool. We're all here to support the Bay Area music community and Elon coming in from Portland, but he used to live here, so that makes it okay. And we also do bring in acts from. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's
Let them play music.
Let's let them play music. That seems like a good idea. So, without further ado, let's kick it on downstairs and see what Ponyskull's got for us. Here we go.
Thank you. My name's Ponyskull. I'm from San Francisco. I'm super stoked to be here. Indica in Decay is going to blow your mind. And really excited to hear a reading from Castro later, too. And thank you, George and Daniel, for being an awesome crew. I came... What? Oh. Oh, I didn't. Oh, there's like a secret person upstairs I didn't even know about. This place is filled with so many mysteries and marvels.
Yeah, we're very sneaky around
Yeah,
here.
I love it.
We do have the secret Alana on lights and
well,
chat
hi,
tonight.
Alana. I'm so excited. You're doing great. Oh, hi.
That's how
Very
she
cool.
communicates.
I originally came here in like the thick of the pandemic last year with my band Treasure, and we had such a great time, and it's totally leveled up even since then. And yeah, thank you so much for having me back, The Complex. That last song's called Good Man. It's on my SoundCloud. That's where like all my song ideas go and all my crazy dreams. So if you want to hear what's going through my head, visit my SoundCloud. If you want to hear something a little bit more polished, I have an album on streaming. It's called Ponyfull. It's a full-length album. Ponyfull as in like baby horse. And yes, I did rhyme my album title with my artist name, just cause, I don't know. So check that out. It's a really cool album that I produced with a friend back in 2014, 2015. It was a long time ago. But I'm going to play the opening song from that album. This is a microkorg-centric, I love the microkorg-centric song. And let me just get to the right patch here. Here we go. Let me get my pitch. All right. So this song is called Lo and Behold. And it goes a little bit like this. Lo and behold, you will find me again in the same place that you left me. And so it goes, you will find me suspended from the same branch of the same tree. Thank you so much. That song was Lo and Behold off my album. Go check it out and follow me on Instagram too. I'm at Ponyskull.
Yeah, we got all those links for you in the chat.
Yay, awesome.
All you people at home, you don't even have to type it in. You can just click on it, and
Yay.
I think it'll take you right over there.
Make it easy.
Yeah, well, Ponyskull, sounding great.
Thank you.
Loving having you here. We loved having Treasure here last year, and you introduced us to one of our favorite people, Steve Wortmore. Hopefully he's in the chat. I haven't seen him yet.
He's
but
one of
he
our
is?
favorite people too.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Cool. You're getting a lot of love in the chat.
Yay. Okay, awesome. I love you guys too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there was a compliment complimenting someone's hair. I choose to believe it was mine, but it was probably going for yours.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks.
Cool. Well, I'll let you get back to it.
Okay,
Excited to hear
cool.
more.
Yeah, so I've been really busy with my band, so it's really nice to play these songs. These songs are kind of like a journal. Ponyskull came out of actually the microKORG, my synthesizer, my first synthesizer, this one right here, there we go, which I got as a gift for my 16th birthday. And I was songwriting on guitar up until then, and then I asked for a keyboard, and I wanted an electric piano, but instead I got this thing, and I was like, what does this do? And then Ponyskull was born, and it's been really fun. Ponyskull's been pretty busy over the pandemic with some different projects. I put out a music video for my song What You Don't Know, which was produced, filmed, edited by my friend Trevor Tillman. You can find it on his YouTube channel. You can also find the link on my Bandcamp. I have this song on my Bandcamp if you want to listen to it as well. So yeah, that's cool. My next song, let's see, what is my next song? Oh, I really like this song. Because I decided to do something a little bit different with it when I wrote it. And it kicks off with the chorus, which is not always how songs work. So I hope you guys like it. It's called Bang on the Walls. It's about being lonely, I guess, and feeling like at war with yourself, and wishing there was someone there to kind of alleviate your inner turmoil. So let me get that all set up. Yeah, this song is also on my SoundCloud. I have a lot of songs on my SoundCloud. It's kind of like my idea dumping ground. So yeah, soundcloud.com/Ponyskull or ponyskull.soundcloud.com, whatever they use. All right. Bang on the walls until the neighbors get home. I gotta go again, but I can't make a stand. Bang on the walls until the neighbors come look down, 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 and step right, left, right, left. Tell me how you forget about me. I burst out, 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 and rise up, 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 up. Still you float so high, you float so high above me. Break down your walls, break down your walls, break down your walls, and so I did. Break down your walls, break down your walls, break down your walls, so I did, and so I did, and so I did. Sadly, sadly, now I get up and dress. Your scent still lingers on my skin. I'm struggling to keep it together. I bite my lips and force them in again. I seem to remember you always said you wouldn't leave me. Was it Thank you. Once again, I'm at the complex, and this place is awesome. Thank you for all you guys have done this year. This live stream series that you guys have put on has seriously been one of the highlights of the year. A year where not a whole lot of things have happened. I have had these to look forward to, and thanks for having me back. Thanks, my friend Alon, Indica and Decay, for inviting me to participate in this lineup. You guys are going to love Alon's set. It's super, super, super cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I have something kind of out of left field that I'm going to do now. I thought it would be fun to play a super, super old song from the archives. I mentioned before I started songwriting on a guitar before I switched to synthesizer. And so I thought it might be cool to pick up the guitar and strum a few chords for you and play a little folksy love song that I wrote a long time ago. I started writing this next song, which is called The Shape of Your Face. I started writing it in high school, and it was a work in progress throughout college. So the song is about it's about a few different people, and it's kind of like this saga that just unfolded as I kept going back to it and revisiting it, and just kind of seeing where I could take it every time that I picked it back up again. So speaking of picking things up, I have this guitar here. I'm going to pick it up. And yeah, this is a love song. All my love songs tend to be a little bittersweet. This one's definitely bittersweet. Some cowboy references in there, some kind of existential questions that I peppered in. So yeah, it's called The Shape of Your Face. The only place you're going to hear it is right here, right now. So I hope you enjoy it. What do I do with this microphone? Okay, here we go. I tried to retain the shape of your face in my mind, but the lines combine to create a new shape till I saw your eyes peering out from a lion's mane. And I tried to recall the sweet sound of your voice. My brain got confused and converted the noise to the highest frequency of visible light. When you speak, the day becomes violet night. So I ride into town on my black and white horse to meet you at last, and you're late, of course. You shuffle on through the door, your Goldilocks hair has turned gray. And the first question out of my mouth, heavens, are you okay? And you say, hey, I've had enough of this, having it tough, and I just wanna rest for a while. Lately, these days have all been a haze of tribulations and trials. I'm dead tired of forcing a smile. So I'm yours for 2 weeks till you pack up and leave. I know that you have obligations to keep, but don't you think this could be real love? Do I just have to wait for some specific date when the timing is right and things fall into place? Merely the thought of the look on your face turns me on. Oh, does watching me want you so bad get you off? Well, I've had enough of this, having it tough, and I just wanna sleep for a while. Seems like these days are all just a haze of tribulations and trials. I'm dead tired of forcing a smile. It makes good sense to me that everything is fleeting and destined to atrophy, because even the great will fall and the fallen will raise themselves up. But the question forever remains, where do we go from the top? Thank you. I'm Ponyskull. Thanks for having me. stick around.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for coming in and playing with us again. It was so great having Treasure in. I love on your sheet that you gave us that I've been pronouncing it Treasure this whole time. So now I finally know
It's pronounced
it's
treasure.
pronounced Treasure. I
Yeah,
guess I
now
should
you
have
know.
guessed that one. But yeah, no, it's been great having you in, Ponyskull.
Thanks, George.
We'll definitely have to have you back again sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to come
and yeah, we'll see you out in the world as things move towards reopening.
I'll be there.
Cool. So, we got a short intermission for you where we are getting to see a really cool spoken word piece brought to us by our friend Chris Castro. That's going to be our intermission segment for the evening. We're super excited to have it. That's brought to us by Fake Publishing Millionaires, who are collaborating with us on putting this event together tonight. Yeah, and then after the break, we have Indica in Decay coming at us from the upper stage. So stick around, give us a follow, give us a subscription if you got a couple bucks to spare. Or if you don't, but you have Amazon Prime, you can link your account with your Twitch account and give us your free subscription, which gives us money, but you don't have to pay anything. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty easy, but I don't know. I got confused the first time. So don't get discouraged. Please give us free money. Thanks. We'll see you after the break.
It hadn't been in doubt, but I acted like it was in my own, more esoteric portions of my brain for 3 days. There was shitty weather on Wednesday. I was running 15 minutes late to work, riding down Haight at an inadvisable speed, when I passed her on a fairly flat section, her yelling because she'd just gotten on the bike when I flew past, pissed and acting stupid. I slowed briefly and looked back to make sure she was okay. What kind of fucking dumbass am I? The only question I felt worthy of being asked, when I realized it wasn't her. Turning back too late, I had time only to slam on the brakes quickly and skid into the back of the now-stopped truck in front of me, breaking my pinky immediately and bending the drop on my bike where it hit the tailgate. I was too exhilarated that I had managed to not break anything else and relieved that it wasn't, in fact, her that I had blown past and nearly knocked over to realize for about a minute how badly mangled my pinky was. When I got to the lower Haight projects and had to brake at a stop sign is when I really did notice it, pain shooting up my arm as I tried to call the pinky into action. Finally stopping completely, I got out of the street as it seemed I might pass out if I tried to use that particular digit again. My manager was a very specific type of anxious fuckhead. He had prescribed antipsychotics delivered to the restaurant. He knew he was crazy, but if you showed him you weren't, and could deal with some of the things that had driven him crazy in his 30 years of owning the place, then he'd be a decent person. But sometimes he forgot if you had been bestowed this privilege or not, so you never called him on the phone when you were in a bad spot. He'd hear your name but not see your face, and when you told him you were fucking his day up, well, he wouldn't be a decent person. I called my friend who I knew was on the line for lunch and probably wrapping that shift up. He didn't pick up, so I was forced to call the restaurant's kitchen. I prayed silently through the 3 rings that my boss wasn't the first to the phone, that I would know the person who picked up. It went to voicemail and I hung up. Must be fucking slammed. Either that or nobody around could speak any English. What the fuck to do now? I thought. Haight Street traffic didn't care. It just roared on. I walked to the liquor store on the corner, steering away from a rambling crackhead I didn't feel like disappointing, and once more briefly testing the integrity of my pinky finger. I was not working today, that's for damn sure, and that little piggy needed to be set correctly lest it heal all crooked and useless. My phone rang as I walked into the store, intent on assuaging the bent pride and digit with a tall can of Tecate. Caller ID came up, Walker, Texas Ranger, and I hit accept, standing half in and half out of the liquor store doorway. Hey, what's up? Nada. Working, dumbass. Shouldn't you be too? You gotta tell Tomas I got in a bike accident and broke a finger. Getting it set now and I'm fine for Friday. I'll just tape it. But fuck, really? Yeah, man, shit just happened. Do me a solid and chill him out. Maybe do my prep and I'll kick you down some Vikes if I get them. It's just a Wednesday night. Alright, man. Ride safer, dipshit. The sky opened up as soon as I finished the conversation and walked back outside. Fat raindrops and heavy like you never see in San Francisco. With bicycle in tow, I put up my collar and searched for my bag for any further protection from the weather. Searching a zip pocket produced a beanie whose last purpose was most likely concealing marijuana. I shook it out on the sideway briefly, puzzling a blunted 17-year-old on a passing 71 bus, who thought I might be trying to kill a small black mammal by snapping its neck with a flick of my wrist. The puzzlement dropped from his eyes, briefly supplanted by shock as I caught his look with the bus slowly accelerating away and lurching through the rain like a wild animal trying to keep dry. She must have followed his look and spotted me through the by now dwindling rain. We locked eyes briefly, hers a green like shallow waters around tropical reefs, and, having dispensation to ignore for a brief time my still vaguely throbbing fingers since I wasn't late for work anymore, I turned my bicycle the way the bus was headed and paused, half a block back when it got to the next stop. I thought, for the first 5 passengers off the bus, that I was a monumental dumbass. 20,000 girls who look just like her in this city. She sees you and decides to get off the bus into the rain to what? Say hi? Look awkward because she lives here and you are obviously a 24-hour-a-day creep show? Whatever the astronomical odds were, she walked off the bus, looking up the street to where we had seen each other 20 seconds earlier. The rain had tapered off to typical SF, a hesitant mist that sometimes spiraled back upwards at certain intersections. She opened a small, bell-shaped, clear umbrella and quickened her steps toward me as I unconsciously cradled my injured hand with my other against my chest, mouth open briefly from surprise, until she looked up, catching me again, gazing at her.
Guitars, guitars, guitars. Nothing gets rid of those pandemic blues like a new vintage guitar. Come on down to Real Guitars and get yourself a real guitar. 15 Lafayette Street off Mission in San Francisco. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to
5-ish.
realguitars.com, on Instagram @realguitars.
I wanna tell you about my favorite chicken place. Every time you go, you see a familiar face. When I go, I get my fix. They got fried chicken and drumsticks.
Do you like vintage clothing? We like vintage clothing. You should buy vintage clothing and stuff here at Heads or Tails. Let's get some shoes and some real neato clothes. They have zines for you avid readers and the Bay Area's hottest music. Check out this rack of vintage clothing. Buy it! Buy it all! Buy it here at Heads or Tails Collective in Oakland.
And we're back. I'm your host for the evening, George Rosenthal. We're super excited to be here. We just had an awesome opening set from Ponyskull, and then we got to see that super cool bicycling montage with the amazing spoken word of Chris Castro, brought to us by Fake Publishing Millionaires. So definitely check them out. They're putting out a lot of cool books, zines, and graphic novels, comic books. I don't know what you're supposed to call them these days. We'll talk to Alon about that in a moment. But for the time being, just want to remind you, you're watching Live at the Complex. This is our 80th show. Well, total, our 40th show of 2021. Woo! Yeah, and what a ride. What a ride it's been. Yeah, and we're not stopping here. If you like what you're seeing, we've got 4 more shows this week. We got a super cool showcase coming at us from Red Light Lit tomorrow night. And then we've got, Dreambeamer and Mac Cornish coming in on Friday. We've got Great Bitter Lake and Box of Matches in on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we've got Marsica and Arion. All of these shows are going to be super cool. So we hope that you will hit that follow button, and there's a little notification thing that you can do, and it'll just keep reminding you, though. Just remember, if it's 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, it's time to watch a show at the Complex. Without further ado, let's kick it on downstairs and check out Indica in Decay.
And the dreams corroded along the way. Sure, I've joined the band to get you friend. Band look up, I beg to stay. Some old social theorist with attending school left over crack. Some more faking I kissed. Just aesthetics for your money grab. Well, and you brag about how you don't work for the 1%. You get by gouging out my rent. Suppress your voice in court. Shame can be a little itty-bitty revolution. So say the young red books that by your doors. And you brag about how you don't work for the 1%. You get by gouging out my rent. It's been 15 years of my water and still working for the same master man. fucking sick. Anyhow, so this is a rock opera called Indica in Decay. It's about AI, the secret to writing the perfect song. In San Francisco, it's about a drummer named Indica in like the early 2010s in a magical realist world where the flawless songwriting AI has been invented by Silicon Valley and is consistently wiping out the music scene. Indica, in her last song, 15 Years of Mop Water, is lamenting spending 15 years mopping floors, living in band houses, and leveraging her sanity and living situations on really shitty band leader landlords. And that one's about... Gosh, you ever have a slumlord that really likes to listen to folk punk and crass and talk about anarchist literature and just rip you the fuck off? That. Anywho, just don't do that. People. So, this next one's called No Oasis Covers. I guess I should start. Scene 2 of Act 1 called No Oasis Covers, where an Indica joins a band where the lead singer has the secret Excalibur to writing perfect songs, but hates the crowd and plays shitty covers despite them and is on a downward spiral like most frontmen. You want me to go to track 3? Third scene of this rock opera? I'm gonna set these synths straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're loving it up here. This is a lot of fun having a real rock opera live at the Complex. The only other time we've done that is when my band Whateverglades played The Who's Tommy last year for Halloween. But yeah, gotta love the long format music.
Oh man, you ever listen to Arthur by the Kinks?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think that one predates Tommy, if I'm not mistaken. But they wrote it for a soap opera that never got aired. So is it really a rock opera, or is it a soundtrack to a non-existent?
A rock soap opera?
It's better than Percy. Ugh, you ever see that one?
No.
Oh, they did a soundtrack to it. It's about a. It's a shit movie.
Quadrophenia? Oh, that was later too. But that's a cool movie. It's a little bit more out there. Well, no, I mean, I guess you're comparing it to Tommy the movie, then, oh boy, don't get me started on that.
Jack Nicholson's singing is kind of a blessing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's weird. I mean, like...
And the interesting comparison that we came up with recently was from the, what is it, the Bee Gees Sgt. Pepper's movie.
I've never seen that one. How bad is it?
I haven't watched the full thing, but if you watch Jack Nicholson's scene from Tommy back to back with Steve Martin's scene from Sgt. Pepper's.
Ooh, I didn't even know that existed.
It was an era.
I mean, he was really good in Little Shop of Horrors as that dentist. That was
no,
great.
if you like that, you'll love the Bee Gees Sgt. Pepper's
You
movie.
can't even say this with a straight face.
No, it's I haven't seen the whole thing. I've just seen that one excerpt off of YouTube. Oh no, we also watched the beginning of it. I need to track that down.
Is it better than Across the Universe?
Ooh.
Because that's a pretty
I
shit
know.
movie.
Alana is our resident Beatles expert.
No offense. Alana,
define
about
better.
Trashing on. I guess anything without Bono would empirically be better by default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
It's a low bar, but you just gotta.
Yeah. Bono?
Yeah, Bono was in
Martin.
that Across the Universe, right?
And the bowling scene, though.
The bowling scene. Oh god, yeah, you got the whole gang up here chiming in now.
Is everybody using IMDb? Is this? Let me play some music.
Yeah, please. Let me get out of here. Watching live at the Complex. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Ilan.
If you like any of the
Indica.
rock operas we just discussed, they're available at your local library. This next song is Act 3 of the Scene 3, Act 1. Shinto goes to the practice space. If you have ever woken up in a practice space or are living with another musician in a practice space with no windows and are just on a downspin, this song's for you. I woke up in a car this morning. I don't want any sympathy. I'm just being real about it. You know, I feel like part of the experience. So in writing this, I tried to think of everything that really felt inherently like being kind of like a shitbag drummer in a band. And I love Indica. She's a great character, but she's got all the foibles. And, not wanting to pay a real rent or not having the money to do it or imagining that there's going to be some magic rescue like a magic guitar that'll make your life better instead of having to deal with your day job or whatever. It just seemed, I lost my train of thought, but that's her deal, and this is her song. Practice a space again. Respawn the venue again, dude. Spitting venomous tendrils at bigger, better bands who don't drum in. my lyrics for a Twitter feed dopamine boost. Years before your tip. Still I'm mine and I see them sometimes when the public library hasn't banned me from access. From the kingdom of Joseph, I know dominion over me. Little prayer that I say, 'cause there's always someone there jerking off next to me at the public library. It goes like this, unfortunately. Thanks for listening. Gosh, you know when you just miss one button and it starts an avalanche? But I love you anyway. Thanks for being here. We're gonna be recording this one in June. This whole 5-scene. So Act 1 in June, and it should be out in July. We've got a video coming out in July that involves a whole bunch of mop water, which should be fun. How you guys doing? I appreciate everybody being here. Ponyskull was fucking excellent. That was a great fucking set.
Yeah, we're doing great up here. Enjoying the music. Alam, been a big fan of you for a long time.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Love seeing the new project.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we gotta give out the plug because you've got those Millennial Falcon.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna work through getting the drum machine sorted.
Absolutely. Yeah,
please.
Because yeah, I mean it's your previous project, Millennial Falcon, super cool, based out of Portland. Unfortunately defunct now, but
yeah, shit happens.
Yeah, shit does happen, especially when the evil Disney overlords are involved.
Ooh, are we gonna talk about this? I would love to. Okay, so we started.
This is such a great story.
So the band's Millennial Falcon. It's a comic book and a band, and we started this whole thing. I started this thing to kind of culture jam Disney along with fake published Millionaires. You know, it's a comic book. We kind of just created this multimedia project. The meat and potatoes is it wouldn't fuck with Disney if we didn't apply for a trademark with the government for that as a band name. Now, Disney sees this come up as soon as it registers, and it's a parody. The Millennial Falcon is a group of stone musicians with the secret to powering a spaceship for free on music. And of course, Disney and everybody else wants this based on either their shitty name and being referential to a Star Wars product or like trying to kill all electric engines or anything that isn't gas powered. It's just this big send up of a hyper corporate evil empire. And so when Disney started coming down on us, they kept saying, prove your parody. And as this was going, it would just increase the parody level of the comic. And of course, when we were dealing with them, I kept pretending like I'd never seen more than one Star War before. And there's some great documents. This is all public record in the trademark board. And they based this on an action figure they made in the 70s. They have no trademark for the Millennium Falcon. They don't really care. They just have enough money to throw around. And so there's this great public record where they're paying these high-priced attorneys like a ton of money. I'm completely unrepresented. And these guys are like, clearly you know what a Wookiee is. And like, you can look this up. Like they define Wookiees, space pirates. They literally have to, because the trademark board needs you to explain from scratch what your product is. So I got them to pay like all these lawyers a ton of money to explain the plot to Star Wars. And then they kept sending me comics that were like, they'd be like, look at this. It's a comic with the Millennium Falcon on it. I'd be like, it's a comic with a spaceship. I don't know what spaceship this is. I've seen Star Wars on TV once or twice. How am I supposed to know this? I'm making fun of you as Lucas. Yeah. And, a lot of threatening phone calls, a lot of shit like that. At the end of the day, this went on for a couple of years and really got pretty ridiculous. You can look up, during this time period, they got shooks. They started trademarking everything. So in addition to running them for a bunch of legal fees, we ran them for, they had to trademark all of their, at one point I was like, well, if trademark's so important, how come you didn't trademark Disney's new theme park ride with Star Wars? And they're like, we did. And it was like dated that morning.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something about how they had to like retroactively make it so the song, the band that plays the song that's on screen when the Millennium Falcon flies around is a band called Millennium Falcon.
Oh, that's what's even better. Yeah, because like they don't
Yeah, I
have a
remember something
product
like that.
in a music. They don't have anything trademarked for music. They have an action figure trademarked, right? And so the argument is that my band, Millennium Falcon, would dilute that brand and make it so that Star Wars would make less money. That's the argument in any trademark dispute. So to begin with, that's impossible because
Yeah.
their argument is that they're so famous they don't need a trademark. So if you're so famous that you don't need a trademark, how am I diluting your so There's a fucking missile defense system, you know? It's very clear that I can just use the public domain to be able to tell what a Star War is. So fucking these guys come in and they're like, Star Wars is a band, look. And yeah, the Millennium Falcon song is called the Millennium Falcon Suite or some bullshit like that. John Williams is great. This has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And so like they're like, that's a band. I go, no, it isn't. They go, well, when we have performances and it's in a booklet saying what the lineup of songs is and it says Millennium Falcon, people will get confused with your band. And I'm like, no, they won't. And then they came in by saying, well, you guys play at cabarets. We have beer with Star Wars on it. That's like the same thing. And just all this crap, you know? They got a picture one time of me in a venue that happened to have some Star Wars posters up, and that ultimately worked very hard against us.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's like a picture, like somebody had hung like an X-Wing above my head at one point at a house show because they just had X-Wings.
They just, yeah.
You know,
part
it's-
of the common lexicon.
Yeah, you can find them at a fucking dollar store because they fucking mass produce this shit and we're destroying the goddamn environment so that we can fucking wallow in fucking Kylo Ren toys.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, thanks for recounting that.
My fucking pleasure.
It's such a fascinating saga.
If you like this stuff, Fake Publishing Millionaires carries the comic books and the music. Bandcamp, Spotify, all that stuff. The Millennium Falcon is over there. Millennial Falcon, fuck them, I can screw up now. It's too late. They win. You know, if they make 20 more Star Wars, they might get their money back. Fucking, you know, and if you really enjoy this, hit up Silver Sprocket. They got some of our comics over there. They're fucking excellent. I can't say that enough. Just great fucking people.
Yeah, and that was actually where I met Ponyskull originally, was at one of your Millennial Falcon shows at Silver Sprocket.
I was,
So,
I think that might have
small
been the one
world.
where we had to hitchhike our way around through the rest of the tour. We could do this all day. There's so many great stories with that band. And it's like, the stories are almost like, you know, we're talking about this. I bet you half the folks who've tuned in here haven't heard that band or heard of that band. And that's fucking rad. I hope this helps. But it's like funny that like the most interesting stuff about it isn't anything, you know, like most bands. Like you have these great dynamics and then like, after it's all over, nobody really hears that stuff. You know, you get like a Rolling Stone interview maybe if you're like somebody special and like somebody down the road tells that. I don't know. I'm rambling. It's fucking...
Well.
This song's called Coulda, Shoulda, Woulda, and it's about going to the funeral of a dead frontman. Oh my God, I had the wrong patch on. Can you ever forgive me? Do the lights mean yes?
Yeah, the lights mean yes.
Oh man, I feel like the house is possessed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Show up at your funeral. The enemies innumerable. They wanna know if my attempts at art have hastened my decay. A demo tape and an open grave. While waiting at the pearly gates, you're hanging on a mass demo tape. It sounded pretty good, I thought you'd say. It's a little too late to matter. You were really quick to shoot up on the internet. Oh, when I went to see something we recorded it. And somehow I wound up the only demo copies left. And I thought that you might want them back. Could have been good, but it would never be great. Why wasn't it good? Why wasn't it? Could have been good, but it would never be great. Why wasn't it good? 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 Lady of the lake to the San Francisco Bay. She finds me drunk and when my new master's look so great. With the old guitar Excalibur, I'm in your producer's house. He's in love with that drum out. Got really spell Excalibur's in my hands now. Fade into obscurity. Sitting on the books, gonna see like Ponyskull. Yeah, it's just a bunch of cops fucking falling wrong. Yeah, I wasn't born in a system where my engines stalled. But you always do this song so well. Could've been good, but it would never be great. Why wasn't it good? Why wasn't it? Could've been good, but it would never be great. Why wasn't it good? Why wasn't it? Why wasn't it good? 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 Aboard a shipwreck train, tunneled the doorway with the rain. Taxi, we rather walk in the dustpan with the rain dogs. For I'm a rain dog. Oh, how we dance with the rose of Cali. Brown hair, black hair, raven. And oh, how you smile when you listen to me. We'll never be going back home. Gosh, thanks for having me. I got one more left. So anyhow, at this point in the story, Indica's managed to get the magical songwriting guitar Excalibur, can break free from her day job shackles and every single D-bag musician she's ever had to play drums behind. But there's one catch. Where does this mysterious power come from? And frankly, what is she going to do about the flawless songwriting AI? Woo.
Well, tell us, Elon.
That's what starts now. This is your fast radio DJ, playing songs and news, so loud you can't sleep here. So motherfucker wake up, so motherfucker wake up, so motherfucker wake up. It seems a mythical guitar Excalibur has found a new champion in another fucking self-destructive stupid sinister kid. And so it goes, and so it goes. And we wish you well on a journey. Cause Silicon Valley's answer to the capriciousness of human creation is flawless songwriting AI. AI. happens next, you gotta stay tuned for Act 2. Thank you very much for all your time tonight. It's been an absolute fucking pleasure.
You're so sneaky, Alon. Now we got to invite you back so we get to find out what happens next.
I got a couple tracks written out of Act 2. It's gonna be done quicker. They're shorter, and like, you know, a lot of it like was while putting this together, I really wanted to get something that was like, I really always like that song "Scenes from an Italian Restaurant" by Billy Joel, and how many sections there are in it. And like, whenever you talk about like synthesizer music, like with your friends, like my buddy was always like, "What are you doing? Keep it in C, keep it in C, keep it simple." And you know, sometimes you trip and the whole thing falls down. But when it's magic, you know, it's fucking magic. It's almost worth not like, it's worth the uncertainty a little bit.
Why keep it in C if you can just hit the transpose button?
That's pretty good. Why don't I just use one? I'll just use the Casio chord. It'll be fucking sick.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
boot. You know, fucking like arpeggiate it for me, so I don't even have to think about it. It'll
Yeah,
be fucking,
exactly.
It'll be fucking sick.
Well, Elon, thank you so much for making the trip down.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you. Very
Pleasure
much.
as always. Can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it, people of the world. This has been our 80th show of Live at the Complex. And it's on this glorious Wednesday night here, sunny San Francisco. Yeah, right. Daniel moved to Oakland during the pandemic, so he's gotten to enjoy a lot more sunny days than we have over here on this side of the bay. But
Got a tan, baby.
yeah, he does. It's weird. It's weird. No. Yeah, so be sure to stick with us. We've got 4 more shows this week. Tomorrow we got Red Light Lit featuring Andres Miguel Cervantes and Dawn Riding as a solo set. Should be really, really cool. This is going to be our first. Normally Red Light Lit hosts poetry readings, but this is our first all music show. Usually they feature one musician and some. Lights are flashing in here. I guess Alana's gotten control over blinders in here as well. Anyway, Andres Miguel Cervantes and Dawn Riding tomorrow. On Friday, we've got Dream Beamer back. She was in on episode, I think it was like episode 6 or something. Way back in July, I think, last year. July or August. She was opening for Michael Motorcycle, and we promised her that as soon as things were opening up and she was seeing her bandmates, we'd have her back with the full band. So the time has finally come for episode 82. Oh my God, wow. It's really starting to sink in. Oh boy, what a year. What a year. Anyway, super excited for Friday, Dream Beamer and Matt Cornish. Saturday night, we've got Great Bitter Lake and Box of Matches. That's another one where we had Haley Hay of Great Bitter Lake in this year in March during our month of solo shows. And so now she's coming back and she's got her full band with her. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And Box Matches opening up the show. And then rounding out the weekend on Sunday, we've got Marsica and Arion, which, yeah, this is going to be super fun weekend. Hope you can just keep on tuning in. All the shows are free. Please hit follow, and you can add the little notifications so that it pings you when we're going live. Apart from that, subscribing really helps us out. Helps it incentivize us to keep doing these super fun shows, keeps us happy. It's only like $4 or something like that, and that makes it so it takes away all those annoying ads that you have to sit through every time you tune in. So if you're planning on coming back a lot, you'll save a lot of your life if you subscribe and not have to watch. It's always Lexus commercials for me. It's like, I have a car. I'm not gonna I don't need another car. Why would I do that? Lexus. I don't know. They're so shiny. A friend of mine had a Lexus that she called the Beast because she coated the entire thing in rhino liner, so it was all like bumpy, and it really cut its gas mileage down like crazy because it was just the roughest car.
Does it look like a golf ball?
I mean, it was black, but it looked like a black golf ball. It was very, very intense car. Anyway, thank you. Oh boy, I'm gonna get banned from hosting these things again.
You're gonna ban yourself.
I'm gonna ban myself as producer. I cannot abide this off-topic rambling. Anyway.
Say goodbye to the nice people, George.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.